Hello, Four Star Nation, and welcome to a special Sunday interview edition. Today, we have two very special guests. One is Mr. Todd Adams, and the other one is the man under the mask, Mr. Phil Glass down there, the ultimate tiger. Thank you very much for joining John and Brandon and I today on the Four Star Sports Show. Phil, I'd like to start with you. Give our fans, it's two-part question to start, Phil. First off, how long have you been a University of Memphis season ticket holder? And secondly, give a little bit of the inspiration behind the Ultimate Tiger persona.
All right. Well, first part, actual season ticket holder, uh, 6 years because of moving and not always living here. But I've been a huge Tiger fan for. I'm 45 years old, so for a long, long time. The inspiration, it's kind of a unique story. Most Memphians, most Tiger fans, can go back to 2015, the big upset game versus Ole Miss. My wife gave me the mask at that Christmas before, just kind of as a little fun gift, because I was one of these Tiger fans that had something. Everything I had Tigers on it, so it's something unique she found. Give it to me. We'd actually moved out of town, come back in for the game. I brought the mask and wore it, and had to park away from the stadium and walk through a bunch of Ole Miss fans on the way into the game. And as you can imagine, had some very unkind things said to me. So Tiger Nation rose up and we did our thing and dominated that game. And so I had the opportunity to walk back out through those same Ole Miss fans and made the vow that I would always wear the mask. And so then the whole persona, Ultimate Tiger persona, just kind of developed from there. And here we are today.
Awesome. And go ahead.
Phil, sorry.
No, go ahead.
Phil, my first question for you is, are we working tomorrow? I'm only kidding.
That's one of my questions.
So when it comes to being the Ultimate Tiger, what is the greatest thing that impact you've had on the community so far? You've gotten to do a bunch of cool stuff that I know of. For those of you that don't know, I work with Phil at National Tire Wholesale. And he's a great guy. I've known him for a while now. But what are some positive things that you've been able to do throughout the community as far as doing the Ultimate Tiger persona?
Well, the most exciting thing for me, I get to represent Tiger Nation. And a lot of people say, well, he's the ultimate fan. Well, I can look at a lot of people who are much bigger fans than I am, and they're not wearing a costume, if you will. This is just something I get to do, but it does allow me to, especially when it comes to the kids, to give back a little bit. And for who I am, that's much more important than anything. There's opportunities to do things and maybe help family in needs, raise money, raise awareness of certain things, and in doing this, it gets me around some of the coaches and players, gets them involved, and helps make a difference. People like the Whitakers, and many people know about Hope for Hadley and what their family's facing, or the Jackson Huey family and what they've gone through. People like that and other charities out there. And so to me, that's bigger than anything. And I enjoy being able to step up and just be a part of some of those things, help make a difference right here in our own community.
Absolutely. And Todd, my next question's for you. You're president of the Highland 100, the big booster club for University of Memphis football. How long have you been involved with the Highland 100? How long have you been president? And kind of the same thing Wes asked. How long have you been going to Tiger games and season tickets?
So I've been going to Tiger games. I lived in a cove growing up, and my parents didn't go to games, but my good friend's dad did, and I think I was probably in 5th grade.
Wow.
And, he took us to the first game, and we just had a blast. And I kept saying, yeah, I'd love to go. I'd love to go. And we're still good friends to this day. The good friend of mine that I grew up with, Jason Delaney, and his father, they still have the season tickets. And I kind of joke about this. As I grew up from 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th grade to junior year in high school, Jason and I realized that we were right in front of the cheerleaders the whole time. And his dad had some season tickets, picked out premium spots. They still have to this day, but I always laugh about that. I guess I've been a season ticket holder for, 20, 25 years now myself, at least. I got bumped around a little bit, and I was really blessed to have tickets on the first and second row right there on the 30-yard line. And I started out with 2, then next 2 came up, and we had 4, then we had 6, 8, 10, 12. And I started thinking how blessed I was, but then I started thinking, gosh, are we like having so much fun down here or causing so much ruckus that everyone's leaving because we're down here? But standing up proud, cheering loudly for the team, always go Tigers, go Memphis. But when the chairbacks came in, we lost our seats. Oh my gosh. And we'd had these seats forever. And now we're in the same section on 30-yard line. We're right on the first next level past the concourse there. And we get to see our seats that someone else has. But we're so proud that they're there every game also, and they're just as excited as probably we were. And so that made us really proud. Just the success of the season ticket holders, the excitement level, and how it's grown over, especially the last 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
And we love it. We still have our good 12, 13 people in our season tickets that we all go to the games together. This past year was awkward with only so many people being able to come. I was blessed to have tickets to a couple of the games. We had a great time cheering. We're looking forward to next year. That's the season ticket part. Of the other question you asked about the Highland 100. I'm the president of the Highland 100, and it's supposed to be for 2 years. And it has not been voted upon that I'm doing it again for the 3rd year, but last year was we weren't able to do anything. And so we're just now having some board meetings. We're having Zoom meetings. We're talking with football. We're talking with athletics, trying to see what we can, what we cannot do, and things are looking positive.
Awesome.
We're having a meeting with Adam Walker next week, and we're looking to hear some very positive things. We talk with Sam Curtis every few weeks, and a lot of it's the same answer. We're not quite sure yet. We're not quite sure, but we're moving forward. We're excited to see what the Highland 100 can do. In years past, we would always start off with feeding the players on the first spring training that they had and doing a big pot luck and grilling hamburgers and food for them and giving back with a culture of caring and sacrifice to community. The Highland 100 has just been a lot of fun to be a part of. Phil is on the board with us now, and it's a lot of fun. You have to ask me another question. I've kind of forgot where we were.
You're good. John, go ahead and ask something if you'd like.
Okay, Phil, first of all, this is a question for both of you. But Phil, how good of an employee is Brandon? No, I'm kidding. That's not my question. But my
I'm
first
gonna
question.
stay away from that one.
Does he dance too much with his shirt off?
Let me just come off this stream real quick, Phil. You can say all you want to. Hang on 1 second.
No, I was just kidding. But no, for a question for both you, Phil and Todd, what is your with y'all being Tiger fans? What is y'all's Mount Rushmore of Tigers football?
Ooh, this is
Whoever
tough,
wants to go
Phil.
first,
I already
can go.
know.
We asked the tough questions here. Yeah, we asked the hard questions here, y'all.
Tiger football players or staff, coaches.
You can do both staff. You can do coaches and players. It's okay. We can do a combination of both.
Wow. For me, growing up, I'm 53.
Showing your age, no kid.
I know. But I mean, D'Angelo Williams, I mean, he has to be there. He's just such a statesman and such a Tiger. He just loves Memphis. His successes in college and then in NFL, but just how he bleeds Memphis still to this day. I would definitely throw D'Angelo Williams. Who's next?
Yeah, 4 more to go.
Oh, I thought maybe someone else would throw the next one. Win Prime's always a lot of fun. Jesus, I mean, we have to put.
It's tough. I understand.
That you didn't stump me. I just need to get my brain working here. I said I'm old, you know. Brady, I mean, geez, I mean, he just broke every record there was and raised the bar. He just that handsome smile of his. How could he not be up there? I wanted to say Tommy West because he was just to me that video of him when he was leaving and just spelling it out, you know, black and white of, you know, what will you have to do to be successful and to get this program going. And it seems like that was a strong turning page of a chapter in the Tiger football when things really did. And you had to step it up and you had to put the money into it and you had to support it. And from where we were then to where we are now, it's just amazing. And there's no stopping to it. So there's just growth potential just with what Ryan's
Todd,
doing.
Phil, I don't mean to cut off.
Yeah, I guess we are on a time frame, huh?
No, you're fine.
Oh no, you're good, man.
I don't mean to cut y'all off, but Todd and Phil, y'all have, as board members of the Highland 100, Todd as president, I've been involved in stuff around the University of Memphis football program for a long time. I'm only 25 years old, but I grew up. My first game my parents ever took me to was when we beat Tennessee and Peyton Manning.
Woo!
I have to say that y'all have done an incredible job with helping build this program to where we are right now. If it wasn't for you guys, we would absolutely not be where we need to be. That Tommy West press conference sparked a fire under everybody.
Yep.
Hard to say that he couldn't be up on that Mount Rushmore if you know, but there's so many people that are behind the scenes. There's so many people that are front and center. I think we would need a larger mountain for all the faces that truly should be there and should be recognized. And that's something that I love that, what is that, LSI has been helping with the graphics around the Liberty Bowl. I love seeing the retired jerseys, the numbers of respect that are around the Liberty Bowl. I love to see the branding of the field being recognized on the wall down inside the Liberty Bowl, recognizing you know, the terrible plane crash and you know the legacy of our program. It's long and it's had its big bumps and its ups and downs and stuff, but for people like Brandon, you saw Peyton Manning get beat in the great success story there of Memphis Tigers, but we've gone to bowl games after bowl games and success stories and incredible coaches and winning seasons and that didn't all happen for, I don't want to say for free. It took, you know, a lot of things to be built upon to get that to where we are. It's nice to be a part of.
Sorry, guys, my wife went down.
So I guess we stumped Todd. What about Phil? Do we stump him also with the Mount Rushmore?
No,
So
yeah, I mean, I
Put
think
Phil up there.
in our program, it is hard because, we have, as the University of Memphis, especially in football, uh, you know, the from the fan base, the boosters, the players, the coaches, and everything that we've got, we've earned. Nobody's given us anything, and it's taken everybody to fight and scrap for decade upon decade to get us where we're at today. And I have lived in other parts of the state. On that other side of the state, we won't talk about, but uh, and there are other programs out there that's had to do what we do. But there are some that, hey, things come easy, and we've had to earn it, and that's what makes me proud to be able to be a part of this. Of what's going on here right now, and if I'm glad we've got new people coming in, and new blood and fan base coming in. But some of those has been around for a long time, and to see where we're at, it's just an amazing story of accomplishment and what hard work gets you.
Absolutely.
Hey Phil,
Yeah,
going
absolutely.
off that, it's amazing what you said and how you said it. I'll never forget Jeff Cupper. He was with the football program for 10 years, and he said, he goes, Todd, I've been here for 10 years, and it's just amazing how much the Memphis football program has done with so little.
Right.
And he meant it with all his heart and all his just proud statement. How much the University of Memphis football program has done with so little. And so now that we've got, phase 1, phase 2, phase 3 going on up there at the South Campus for football, it just, what can we do? How high can we keep raising that bar? It's very exciting to be a part of.
Wes.
When you look at the University of Memphis, my stepdad, up until this season, had not missed a home game since 1985. So when it comes to me, I'm about as diehard as they come. Of course, due to COVID, there was reasons for that, but we all understand that. When you look at this, questions for both Todd and Phil. When you look at the football program going from Tommy West to Larry Porter to Fuente, of course, we all know the heights that Norvell brought us to. Now you fast forward into Ryan Silverfield going into the season that he had last year. Of course, we knocked off Central Florida. We got the big bowl win, which is something that's been eluding our program. Give me two-part question for you guys. Yes, most definitely. Two-part question. Number one, give our fans a little bit of information on the Highland 100 and how they can join and all that. Number two, tell me how excited you are for this football program's future being led by Ryan Silverfield.
Well, these two-part questions are long because there's so much meaning behind so much that's going on. The Highland 100, it's open to anybody and everybody, and you don't have to be the biggest Tiger fan in the world to join. You don't have to be the richest person to join. It's you go online to highland100.org, and you $150. You're a member. You're get the behind-the-scene access to meet coaches, meet players. You get to sacrifice and give to your community by supporting them. Invite the players to your house. You host the players. You participate in fundraising events that we have. We have a goal of trying to raise $100,000 every year to the Memphis program through the Highland 100. Before Tom, our mascot, Tom 1, 2, and 3 passed, we would raise and donate about $10,000 a year towards him. There's a new scholarship that's being established. The Highland 100, I'm sure, will find ways to help support that also, to keep his legacy going on. And I know we're excited that we're going to have Tom at the zoo, Memphis Zoo, and there'll be a live feed that will be in the Liberty Bowl. And so there will be some tradition still carried on.
Good.
The Highland 100 has been around for 60 years. It's men, it's women, it's young, it's old. It's with being a member, you also get to purchase Tiger Lane spots, great tailgating. You get to be a member. You get camaraderie. You get tradition. We have weekly meetings during Tiger football season. Coaches come and speak. Players come and speak. You get to ask these behind the scenes questions that maybe you don't hear on the radio show, maybe you don't see on the TV show.
Yeah.
It's tangible. It's real. And like I said, you don't have to be the biggest, the best, the most amazing Tiger fan that's out there. Maybe you just want to connect with the public. Maybe you just want to be around like-minded people. Maybe you just want to be solidly with Tigers. It's a great organization. It's polite. It's friendly. It's open to anybody and everybody. There's no limits to it at all. And it's $150 per year. And it's all online. And I apologize. Normally we would already be doing a membership drive and you'd be able to sign up right now. But the University of Memphis is changing the credit card servers that they're using in-house. And we're going to release some great information at the end of next week about when and how you can go to the new Highland 100 website and join and become a member for 2021 seasons. So it's pretty exciting.
Awesome. Phil, I'll let you answer that back into that question about Coach Silverfield.
Well, I'll go with Coach Silverfield. I mean, I think, I don't know how you can't be excited. I mean, he's definitely not new to the program. He's been around for a few years, and now he's our head coach. And, I think what he produced out of our team last year, going into a COVID season, losing some key players, but never give up the fight. And, as Todd mentioned, one of the benefits of being part of the Highland 100, you do get to meet some of the players and their families. And so through some of those relationships, just hearing from the players' mouths of, the respect that they have for Coach Silverfield from day one. Even before he was head coach, the respect they had for that man is just phenomenal. And so, and I think we're seeing a result of that in our recruiting class and, what's coming up. And so I think it's just the bar's not been set yet. It's just going to keep rising and rising and rising. And, I'm excited about what 2021 is going to bring us, especially in the American Conference and hopefully on the national stage.
Well, Todd, you do real estate. So I had a good comparison as far as coaches for Memphis football. Fuente built that foundation. Norvell put up the house around it, and Silverfield is putting that final roof on top. So,
Final roof?
Hey, we're going to get the roof hasn't been built yet. He's putting it on.
The vinyl roof. Isn't that 3D architecture that's going to last a lifetime?
Yes, it is. But he's putting the roof on top of the program.
He's starting to fire.
It's one of those metal roofs, the nice ones.
Yeah, it's one of those metal roofs. When you go to sleep and you hear the rain hitting it.
I love the analogy and house. And there's always a good thing that I like in real estate. Your house becomes your home, and how nice is it that Ryan is kind of in a sense doing that as your analogy. But it's a home and a living, breathing home that's growing and getting stronger and stronger, and it's raising the second and third and fourth floors, and it's getting the everything it needs to it. So it's exciting, and people are standing behind him, and they should. I mean, he's personable. He loves Memphis, and and he loves Tiger football. And I've been learning a lot from watching him and listening to him and his conversations. And it's nice that you have a coach that's easy to talk with and good to listen to, tells good stories and lays things out there for you. As a fan, it's good connectivity for us all to stand behind and really be proud of him and the direction that he's taking the team.
Brandon, you got another question?
One thing that
I
I really enjoy with Silverfield is just the fact that he's honest. Go back to that Cincinnati game last year where we did. I mean, I'll be honest with you, we got our ass kicked. And that's what he said after the game. He said, hey, we just got our asses kicked. I like that. I mean, I think for the players, for fans, for y'all as a Highland 100 member, for the university, for everyone involved, he calls it like it is. And that's something that you don't see in today's coaching.
Yeah.
I would agree. And, the other aspect, I know it's been replayed on a couple of different media platforms, but, I heard it live. One of the radio stations were interviewing one afternoon, and he was talking about, they were asking about, the transfer portals and these players leaving and these players coming in. And he touched on something that I think many coaches steer away from in today's world and in this generation of, you owe me and give me everything. He said, I don't care where you come from, what position it is, you're not given anything. You got to earn it. You got to compete. And to hear a coach say that, and you had no doubt he meant it. Nobody has a given spot on that team. You got to earn your spot. And that's the mentality that's going to drive us to the next level.
Completely agree. Go ahead, John.
I agree.
Go ahead, Brandon.
My last question for Todd and Phil, with the players we have on this team, with the coaching staff we have in place, with the schedule we have coming this year, in my opinion, I think the schedule favors us. We have tough games, but we don't have a ton of tough games. What are y'all's, as of right now, we'll have y'all back eventually, but what are your predictions for this upcoming season this next year? Going into the spring ball next month, and then hopefully playing a full 12-game schedule.
Well, that's very good question. And I think that with new quarterbacks coming in, and Coach Ryan just put up that the spring game's happening, and we're going to get more information on that next week. But the spring game at the Liberty Bowl, to be able to go watch the new players get out there and scrimmage around and have some fun and actively be fans and watching to see what is going to happen next year, that's going to be exciting for all of us. And I just bumped into one of the GAs, and he was really excited about the new quarterback.
That's
and,
awesome.
When we're all nervous,
new
about
quarterbacks.
we've had Brady for so many years and the same successes. Who's the next incredible quarterback that we're going to have? I think we should all be pumped up and excited about seeing that the spring game is going to happen. Last year it didn't happen due to COVID. So getting back into Liberty Bowl and cheering on and having that tangible experience is going to be fun. Also next year, we've got 7 games, home games. The last several years we've only had 6. And with that 7th game being added, Mississippi State. So let's go pound some of those Bulldogs. Let's get some more great wins on our
Phil?
With the recruiting class we had, with what's coming back, and like I said, I think the schedule does favor us. Realistically, if we were going to have an undefeated season, I say it's this year.
Absolutely.
12 wins, baby.
12-0. Hey, as I say to a lot of people, undefeated until you lose.
So, Phil, I got to ask you, man, how hot does all that get? And is that beard real?
Well, yeah, the beard especially is hot. So I'm actually through, I guess, starting about last spring, I've started actually growing my real beard out. Hopefully I can get rid of this and get that layer off, because there are some games now. come the winter games, it's a blessing. But the first couple games of the season, I just have to say, all right, those players out there wearing a helmet, they're sacrifice for me. I've got to wear it, but it does get warm. You talked about you and I, met at the Monroe game. That was the worst game I actually went to that almost had to come out of it. But I always get asked that.
It was hot down there, man. It was hot.
Yeah, it was hot.
Man.
But hey, for a couple of hours to root on our Tigers and be who I am and see the kids and all the other fans, it just helps you. You don't think about it, as the game's going on, you really don't. But leading up to, but as soon as the game's over, boy, it's coming off.
All right, this
Go
is my
ahead,
last
John.
question this is my last question for both of y'all as well. Give me some memories / games that will cherish y'all for the rest of your lives. Maybe give me like 2 or 3 of them.
Whew, that Ole Miss game we won. I jumped over the wall and
That was you?
I'm a big guy, 6'6", and it didn't really seem like that big of a drop, but man, my ankle when I hit, I was like, ow! But I just was so excited in the rush of it and everything. Of course, the tearing the poles, field goals down. I still got a piece of that in my house, hanging on the back porch. But some of those other games that weren't so noticed in the record books, just being there with your family, your friends, your dad, some of the people that aren't with us to this day. Just amazing that, the times at the work, but maybe a couple thousand people in the stadium. They were just as much fun in other ways that we bonded with our mentors and just really felt that true fandom. I don't think we have to have incredible wins or incredible opponents that we're playing always to get that same incredible feeling. That's what I love about being a Tiger fan. It really is part of the growing up tradition that I've had in Memphis and the people that I've been blessed to be surrounded with, and the new family and friends that I've met also in the same experiences that we're having are just heightened to the next level. But sorry, I got a little cheesy there and lovey, but it is true for me.
And I agree with Todd. I think that the game that I'll probably, at least at this point, we lost, but the Cotton Bowl.
Wow.
To be able to be there and to see Tiger Nation show up in Dallas the way Tiger Nation showed up. I mean, we had some Penn State fans that they were sitting near us, and it was another one of those games where I was getting interviewed and being filmed through the game by the Cotton Bowl crews, and just talking to them. And these are people that are there year in, year out, and they just talked about the way Memphis supposed to be in the smaller, school, and the way we showed up, they were just astounded by it. And I was just so proud to see our community, the 901, show up and represent. And, sometimes the wins aren't always what's on the scoreboard, and we always want that, but that will live on with me forever.
That was a great day.
Yeah, we were there.
Texas Live was awesome.
Yeah,
we know.
I didn't go to Texas Live, but
especially because we took over Texas Live.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
absolutely.
I'm going to tell you a little secret about that. So I don't know, we were 20 people there, and we were behind the DJ, and the DJ played a little something for the other team, and he played something for Memphis, and we started saying, hey, why don't you play this, walking in Memphis, or anything that had something to do with Memphis. and
Whoop that trick.
Whoop that trick. Man, that dude, we were throwing him $20 bills left and right, and before you know it, he wasn't playing anything for Penn State. We own that thing, and I love that experience. That was fun.
I think.
Yeah, I must say, when I walked into the Cotton Bowl, just seeing, I mean, I sat up top, but I didn't care. I was there. But just seeing the outpour of Tiger fans and just, I mean, it was a huge family of 30,000 people that were all there for the team. And I mean, I just know, I mean, we've had a couple of players on, we had OB Goodson on a couple of weeks back, and I love OB, super great guy. And I asked him, you know, I said, hey, what did it feel like to come out and see that? And he said, look, it was a feeling unlike none other. And I just, you know, for the Highland 100 to be just such a successful organization for all these years. Todd, you've done an amazing job with the Highland 100. Phil as well. Thank you guys both very much for being on the show with us today. It's been roughly 35 minutes, but this has been a great interview and really insightful for not only us, for our fans as well.
Thank you very much. And, you know, we're going to get Rev back up online. Like I said, the website's being kind of a little bit reworked, but we've always got our little Facebook Highland 100 page that's always positive. There's no negativity on there at all. And you can say anything you want. You can ask questions, and you can be a part of it. And then we also have Twitter. And we would love help you know, more and more people to just click on free, join us, and be positive, be proud. And if you want to be a member of 100, in the next few weeks, we'll be actively promoting that online. You know, highland100.org is, we will keep the same domain, and but it's going to be a little bit more in tune with the University of Memphis website, and we're looking forward to just carrying on the same tradition. And we need more people. It's only $150. We do have a family membership for, I think, $250, and then $350, and then $400 or $500. If you got more money, we'll take it. We don't use any of that money for any admins or anything like that. It's incredible how much money. And if you think about it, we donate $100,000 a year, sometimes more. 2 years ago, I think we gave $138,000 or something. If we've got it, we're going to give it to them. And if the coaches need some extra money for things to build the program, well, that's what we're here for. That's what we're raising the money for, and that's what we're having fun doing. So we'd love to have anyone join us. You don't have to be anyone special. You could be as special as you want to be. We're open to everybody, male, female, young or old. Just you have to be a Tiger fan. That's it.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Well, once again, 4-Star Sports Show. Today we've had a great interview with the president of the Highland 100, Todd Adams. And I don't know if you have a title with 100 or not, Phil, but the Ultimate Tiger, Phil Glass, has been with us today as well. Once again, thank you guys for joining us. Everyone from the 4-Star Sports Show, I am Wes Pruitt, Jonathan Sturdivant, and Baumgartner. Thank you very much for joining us today.
Go Tigers.